Good afternoon, sir. Purushothaman, sir. Purushothaman, sir. So, very good afternoon. So, today lecture series is institutional mechanism enabling growth of startup ecosystem. So, our country development is one of the most major critical by the institution. So many institutional mechanism we are followed. So each and every on mechanisms is impacted on development of our country. So, for example, institutional mechanism means apart from that, we are giving engineers to the country, like based on the syllabus and academy. So apart from that academy, so we are framing so many cells for improvement of students, like innovation cells, so incubation cells, entrepreneur cells, so like that. So in this section we are going to see the innovation related cells. So our country development, when our country will be developed, so we are imported from so many components from other countries. So when we are exported from our country to the other country means we will be developed. So more or less now the youngster in India, 70% of youngsters available. So each and every youngster so created something or earn something means our country will be developed automatically. So in this forum, students is very important one. So this is the food chain ecosystem. So what does mean by the ecosystem means one of the network. So here I'm showing the simple example of ecosystems. So everyone is dependent on another thing. So the decomposer is used for growing of grass. So the grasshopper is is using the grass. So the bluebird using the grasshopper and snake using the bluebird. So these are all the one of the cycle. So many ecosystems available. So generally the ecosystem is environmental. Okay. So this is a food chain ecosystem. So this is a ecosystem. There are four circulars available. So one is ecosystem. So ecosystem is mentioning that environmental. So another one is society. So people who are living. So another one is engineering. So apart from in that three circle, we have the climatic changes and the hazards. So as an engineer, we are going to design producing some one components means, so that is purely based on that our environment and useful for the society. So I'm selling a simple example. So if you are making components in Tamil Nadu, that component will be useful for that Rajasthan and Kashmir also, because of the climatic conditions varied from one place to another place. If your component is sustainable in Kashmir also, okay. So for simple example, I'm telling us if you are making a gun in Tamil Nadu, that gun will be useful in Kashmir, because of the component is eco-friendly useful for all the places. So apart from that, the climatic changes will be desired on our component. Okay. So these are another ecosystem. Apart from that, academic. So institutions are implemented that innovation cells, incubation cells, entrepreneur cells, like intellectual property rights cells. So first thing is innovation cells. So in this innovation cells, so used for encourage students to invent more and more. Okay. So another one is incubation cell. So we have idea, but we unable to develop our components. So some of the facility available in the company, or other than institution, they will be collaborated with MOU. So we will be use our idea and going to implement our component in industry. That is the incubation cell. Another one is entrepreneur cell. As an engineer, we have so many ideas available. So based on that, our idea and creations, we will be start separate business. That is the entrepreneur cell schemes. Apart from that, intellectual property right. So what does mean by intellectual property rights means? So many resources available in our country. So using that resources, the innovators invent the component. So after that, invent the component. So we are needed to register in a nation. Okay. So government giving rights to the inventor for invent more invention. If you are inventing more thing means, so country will be developed. So that's why our government giving some rights to the innovators. So these are all the cells available in an institution. This institution's mechanism automatically useful for the development of our country. Okay. So this is a simple history like transport. So some year ago, the uh, components are moved from one place to another place. For example, you needed to move for components from Kanyakumari to or Kashmir to Kanyakumari. All the resources not available in all the states. Some of the components bring from other state to our state for usefulness. So some year ago, the components used for two members needed, then horse needed, then cycle invented, then truck invented. So based on that, so every people having some energy or resources. Yeah, that resources and the down for the time consumption. If you are going to and Trichy to Chennai means, so there isn't, if you are walking means there isn't so many time needed. So for now we are all invented many things. So in this forum, now we developed many things. So we are saving our timing and also the saving the resources. So automatically we use our mind for invention. So in this pie chart showing, so uh, some years ago, so in this pie chart, 100% human are walkable. Now 22.6 percentage only walkable. So another thing is 13 percentage bicycle used for traveling one place to another place. So another thing is motorcycle used for 12 percentage, 2.7 percentage car used. So auto used for 3 percentage, bus used for 11 percentage, train used for 3.5 percentage, then ship used for 0.2. So any others 0.7%. So uh, we are saving time. So automatically our growth will be improved. So next example is we are communication level. So first thing is we communicated using smoke signals from one place to another place. Then uh, carrier used, then Morse code used, then wireless radio used, then telephone used. So next thing is fax used for communicated, then mobile used, uh, 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 internet used, email used. Now we are used Android phone. So not only Android phone useful for communications, we are used so many facilitator. So in this world, created so many, yes, so many inventors, so many resource persons are available, but step by step only we developed. So this is the mission used. So interesting 1.0. This is 1784 mechanical production equipment driven by water and steam powers. So next in one is electrical power used for 1870. Then Industry 3.0, 1969. So automation uses of the computers. Okay. So next thing is Industry 4.0. Today we use digitalization based. So step by step, we invented and developed for using the machine without influence of the human being. So here we showing without touching of components, we used wireless nowadays. So next thing is mission tool. Mission tool is 1.0. So first thing is mechanically driven, manually operated. This is a best example for lathe. If you are producing any components, means this lathe is used. It is manually operated machine in some years ago. So next thing is electronically driven numerical control used. So next thing is machine tool 3.0. So computer numerical control used for producing of components. So next thing is machine tool 5.4.0. This is the site for physical machine tools. So some years ago, we are studying on engineering and engineering graphics in the first year. So what is the use of that engineering graphics is we are drawn something. So if you're needed to manufacturing of components means we will be used um, board and chart and pencil. So next thing is we used CAD. So CAD is used for drawing some components, and that drawing given to the interest is making the components. Nowadays, the computer and the machine is interface like a 3D printing. If you are designing and systems, we automatically bring the components from the 3D printer. So this is a development of our country. So due to this innovations, so we are developed step by step. So these are the important thinking about our country. So we are inventing so many things. We are producing so many components. So in this world, we are the third rank. So many country coming to investing our country. So another one is India automatically economic growth is increased. So next thing is we are the top 5 nation in the scientific research. Okay. So next our doing the space mission also. So India gross expenditures 96 billion in 2020. Now we increased 2% for research and development. So next thing is in IT field, 93 billion in estimated in 2021. In 2022 is planned for 98.5 billion in 2022. So we are used for artificial intelligence. So artificial intelligence is without a human being, we will be develop so many components. So our country is hugely focused on invention of components. So we are inventing more thing means we country automatically increase in our world. So that's why the India we developed so many schemes for development of our nation. So next thing is we are the 46th rank in the Global Innovation Index in 2021, in a 10th in the Global Cybersecurity Index in 2020. We are planned for investment and development of different sector, not only for particular sector. We invent our country invention is for different sectors. So some of the recent developments in and the government schemes will be discussed. So India actually launched International Science Festival in 2021 in November 2020 by the Ministry of Science and Technology and the Ministry of Earth Science. So next thing is in November 21, adult innovation missions and we have presented collaborated for enrichment of the science. So in October 2021, plan to establish 75 science and technology and innovation stuff. So next thing is in October 2021, the government launched Indian Space Association. In October 2021, plan to invest 100 billion. So these are the investment for innovation and development of our country. In October 2021, India and Denmark collaborated. In October 2021, India and Europe collaborated. In September 2021, DRDO tested the new version missiles. In September 21, our launched the Omicron change program for identifying the 75 startup in several sectors. In September 21, adult innovation mission under the system announced, we are increased 572 percentage growth in patent approval. The India reduced the fees for the patent registration, and July 2021, ISRO announced that is imaging satellites. In August 21, 4,077 crore going to implement for given for innovations. In August 21, he announced that the gamma radiation technology. So in August, India and NASA collaborated, and the DST and GE India has collaborated for investment of $2.6 million. In June month, DRDO developed the anti-drone technology. So next thing is June 9th, the IGCAR collaborated. So next thing is an incubation center. So incubation center means we have so many idea but unable to project or unable to produce. So that why we are MOE with some other companies. We will be the innovated thinking will be produced as a component. So on that we so many schemes is available and launched by the government. So that is the adult innovation mission. In this forum, we have granted the 10 crore. Then the state government collaborated with the institutions. So institutions is a hub for the innovation. We are produced quality of engineers, and that during the studying, the people will innovated so many things, but thinking so many things we are not unable to produce. That's why the state government is collaborated with the and IIT Kanpur and IIT Bangalore, IIT Lucknow, like this. So that's why we developed so many things. So another thing is the government encourages the establishment incubations to promote the startup in new industries. So some of the schemes like in government is launched Gujarat as supported this development incubation center, and next thing is 70,000 square feet is provided by the government of Telangana, and 50,000 square feet is produced by government of Andhra Pradesh for the incubation center. And also the this is a center, that center having so many facility. If you are going to do something means we will be do in this place. So this is a government actually started the incubation centers. Next thing is Goa, NASA, and 10,000 startups. Here we provided that 30,000 square feet. Next thing is Goa incubator tech startups. So next thing is Goa mobile 10x startups. So in Bangalore, having one incubation center. So government of Chhattisgarh having the 30,000 square feet to 40,000 square feet is and available. So next thing is Goa 10,000 startup warehouse. So government actually will start incubation center and installed each and every state for innovation. So next one is entrepreneurship cells. So every institutions are having the one entrepreneur cell. So we encourage the students to become the entrepreneur. So entrepreneurship, if you are needed to start some business means. So first thing is what are all the existing system is available in industry or society. The first we will be survival that the society. So next thing is after that the existing system we will be invented something new one. That invented new one going to launch in society means what are all the cost required. So these are the things we require. So another thing is the relevance of entrepreneur development program in India is so many program is conducted. So we during that business we have it in the mind with the capital formations, economic independence, to eliminate balance of regions, so prevalence of industry systems. So these are the factors we are needed to consider while startup of the business. So this is the 2018 status. So before that, the entrepreneurship is very low. So here we so many companies developed like Sugi and Ola, Piju. So these are the peoples automatically start the entrepreneurship. So our Indian government economic growth increased day by day. So this is a statistical thing, and this is a number of women entrepreneurs in Tamil Nadu. 2009-30, so 30 percentage of us increase, 30 percentage women empowerment entrepreneur. In Andhra Pradesh, 3,180. In Kerala, 2,135. In Maharashtra, 1,394. So in Gujarat, 1,538. In Karnataka, 1,026. So day by day, the entrepreneur developed from state wise, so increased. Entrepreneur from men, now here is showing the status is women. So by use of entrepreneur, our economic growth is increased day by day. So next thing is entrepreneur ecosystem. So first thing is we turned on the government policy. Next thing is framework and infrastructure, funding and finance required for starting of business. So next thing is our culture. Another one is advisor and support systems. So next thing is university strategies, education training. So next thing is human capital workplace and local global. So after you making up components, that component will be used for in society. That component will not harmful for that the society and also the nation. So some of the schemes, top 10 schemes available in the entrepreneurship. If you are entrepreneur, you are going to start business means the our country will give you a support to start the business, because if you are entrepreneur means that our country will be economically developed. So that's why so many schemes available. If you are going to start business means we will be and get funds from the government. Okay, so first thing is multiplier grant scheme for IT and research and development. This is for the and electronic and information technology field. So this scheme is very useful for that the artificial intelligence, hardware, and Internet of Thinking, and enterprise of software analytical. So second scheme is modified special incentive package scheme. So this is useful for that IT peoples. Then the automobiles, healthcare. So these are the field will be useful for that modified special incentive package scheme. So next scheme is the venture capital assistance schemes. So so this is useful for the agriculture only. The fourth scheme is credits grants. Okay, so this is applicable for the SIMS. So next scheme is raw material assistance. So in this scheme is very useful for the manufacturing peoples. They are provided the raw materials. So sixth scheme is infrastructure development scheme. The government will be provided the square feet of land to start the business. In our Tamil Nadu, the name is SITCO. So seventh point is MSME market development assistance. So next thing is credit linked capital subsidy for technology organization. So this is applicable for industries, villages, manufacturing, small scale industries. So ninth scheme is adult incubation center. So in this scheme is useful for industry applicable is automobile, telecom, and healthcare and aeronautic aviations. So chemicals, nanotechnology, and animals in this field. So next scheme is the bridge loan against the capital subsidy. So these are all the entrepreneurial development schemes available. So next thing is intellectual property right. So we are discussed about that innovation, incubation, and entrepreneur. So three thing sellers why we used means we will be produced new components or new things. Okay, or if you are have an idea, but you are unable to produce because you will, don't have any facility. So So government, if your invented means we provided the land and the facility and the fund to move your idea into the components. Okay, if your idea into components means that is useful for the country and the country development. Okay, so what is mean by intellectual property and rights means in this area we have so many resources. So using these resources, you are needed to innovate something. Okay, so if you are innovated, so government will be motivated to the innovator. So that's why the people give you the rights to the particular people. So if you are invented mobile means, okay, so that mobile the manufacturing company asking you, suppose your idea will be sellable. So for example, that people will be earned per month on the 10 lakhs means the people will needed to produce 30 to 35 percentage to the inventor. So if you have your you could get your money. So that's why, so we so invented you more and more things. Okay, so we pure invented many things, not only for component, we will be invented so many things. So these are all the intellectual property things. So based on that invention, like if you are invented um, components means that is the register under the patent. Okay, after the producing of that pattern, we will be produced the some logo for the quality goods. That is the trademark. Okay, so next one is geographical indications and copyrights. So if you are writing the books or creating the songs means that is the under the copyright. You are designing thing means this industrial designs. So trade secret. So trade secret means like if you are going to Talpagadi biryani means Talpagadi biryani have a same taste for all the time because that people having some formula for making of the and Talpagadi biryani. Okay, so not only Talpagadi, if you are for Narsus coffee, so these are another trade secrets. When you are heating the milk, when you are putting the sugar, so this is the formula. So under that, the so many chemical engineering we will be registered for the trade secrets. So we will be see the some of the examples. So this is a cell phone. In this cell phone, the working condition is like a pattern. Okay, you think not only mobile, you mind any components. I telling a simple example by using this mobile. If your mobile is running conditions means that is the pattern. There is some shape layout like a rectangle. So that is a under design pattern. If go for trademark, so what is mean by the trademark is the mobile having the symbol. So having in this place for a symbol of M. So the M is attached to the Motorola. So Motorola having some trade secrets. Okay, so next thing is copyright. So what is mean by the copyright means how to use in this mobile. There is some booklet is available for using in this mobile. That is the copyright things. So if you are inventing something means you will be registered under in this forum, we will be getting a benefitable things. Okay, so in this manual will not be registered under the patent or design a trademark. So this is named for particularly for each and every place. So this is for example of trade secret. Trade secret means Coca-Cola. So if we are having so many drinks available like Pepsi, Coke, Miranda are available. So each and every drinks having particular uh, formula for making of in that drinks. So in that drinks having some sequence and it taste different from one to another. So next thing is geographical indication. So geographical indications means standard things, standard Darjeeling tea and the Tirupati Laddu. These are the geographical indications. So next thing is pattern. How we will be pattern when we will be patternable. So here we showing the three doors. First thing is, if you are going to register means, and that the components having any novelty. First thing is, now, second thing is, that component will not affect the society. That is the second thing. Third thing is, this is useful or not. What about the comparison statement of current state and existing and state? What about the innovation? So the in this three things is very important for the patent. We are needed to open in these three doors. So next thing is industrial design. So we have so many components, so many materials available. We are used day by day. If you are simply designed, for example, if you consider as the car sheet, where based on our comfortable, we will be use this seat or the chair. If you are having changing the design means, we will be uh, under register under industrial design patent. So next thing is trademark. So these are the trademarks like Apple, Pepsi, and scent bottles or car. So why the trademark is given means easily identical one. So we know the Apple phone and Apple laptop. That the Apple company producing someone component means they are getting some logo for mentioning the product name. So in this logo, simply displaying the Apple company. So the Apple company having some the component have some quality. So that's why so every company getting great mark for the quality goods. Okay. So next thing is copyrights. So what does mean by copyright means not only the book. If you are write the books or doing musical things or film. So these are the things we will be copyrightable. So there isn't some standard procedure available for registration of intellectual property rights, and each and every forum having some license period available. Okay, so during that period, you are the owner of the particular invention. There isn't some procedure available for register, and also the renewal process also available. So why the renewal means the particular form. So based on that, the institutional mechanism, there is an innovation cell, incubation cell, entrepreneurial cell, and intellectual property rights cell. These are the cell available for motivate the students to invent and giving the rights. So in this mechanism, very useful for development of our country. So that's why the country so many schemes are given to the state wise and district wise. There is an hub centers available in innovation. So if you are innovated means the country automatically developed, and giving some incubation center facility and the schemes and entrepreneur development schemes available. Land given and the funding is given. And if you are invented means giving the rights to the inventor. So we are automatically invented so many things. So based on that institutional mechanism, one of the criteria for development of our country. So thank you. Uh, so the major thing for here is, so the institutional mechanism is useful, one of the criteria for development of our country. Okay. Thank you. If you have any queries means ask participants. Yeah. Hmm? Okay, participants, thank you all.